This video will explain the various procedures and protocols for many muscular strength and endurance assessments. We will first begin with the push-up assessment. With this test, it is important to obtain proper breathing, such as exhaling as you come up off the floor and inhaling as you come down. The starting position for this protocol is marked with letter A. As you can see, his back is straight, elbows fully extended, palms facing forward, and head looking down. You then begin the protocol by flexing the elbows all the way until chin touches the floor, and you continue doing so until you are no longer able to complete a push-up or you break proper form. There is also a modified version of this protocol. It is done exactly the same, except instead of the toes being used as a pivot point, you would drop the knees to the floor and use the knees as a pivot point instead. Remember, in both of these protocols, the back must always stay straight and the stomach must never touch the ground. And the protocol is stopped when proper form is not broken, as mentioned before, but it must be within 2 repetitions. The maximum number of reps obtained without rest and proper form will be used for assessment. Our next protocol would be the 1RM bench press assessment. This is the maximum amount of weight lifted on the bench press with proper technique for 1 rep. A typical warm-up for this protocol would be a 5 to 10 minute aerobic exercise. Once you are ready to begin, you begin by doing a few warm-up sets, usually with weight you are able to do between 6 to 10 reps per set. When you are ready to attempt the 1RM, you must first begin with the initial weight of 50 to 70% of the perceived capacity. Once you have completed the rep successfully, you must rest for 3 to 5 minutes. After the initial attempt, you then increase the weight between 2.5 to 20 kilograms. You then continue increasing the weight progressively until the lift cannot be achieved, although it should be attained within 4 sets in order to prevent fatigue. I began with an initial weight of 135 pounds and progressively moved up until my final attempt at 250. With the final amount of weight pushed, you then use the bench press weight ratio formula in order to determine upper body strength in both men and women. The formula consists of weight pushed in pounds total divided by the amount of body weight in pounds of the subject performing the assessment. For instance, me, the total amount I was able to push was 250 pounds divided by my body weight, which is about 183. The strength to weight ratio I obtained was 1.36, which would put me in the excellent category. The final assessment we will be explaining is the reps to fatigue assessment. This assessment is typically used for sedentary, adolescent, and obese population due to their increased risk for injury if they were to perform a 1RM max. Due to fatigue because a 1RM that needs more specialized skill, proper technique, and adds more stress onto the bones. There is a linear relationship between the amount of weight being pushed with the amount of reps able to be done. This being said, there is a positive correlation between the increase in the amount of weight being pushed to a decrease in the amount of reps being able to perform. Once completed, a 1RM can be estimated using the formula above.